Alright, got a little update here on the Thunderbird. I haven't been able to post for a while because my phone's been running low on storage. But anyways, got a video here today. So, been working on the different electrical things, and most of my gauges are working, except I can't figure out my alternator gauge. Now, on this older car, I think this is an amperage gauge that goes directly to the alternator, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But regardless, I thought I could spend, an indefinite amount of time trying to figure out if I could get this to work. And maybe just in the end it would turn out that the gauge is wrong or broken anyway. So I went for the easier route because, with the goal of just trying to get this car to pass inspection. So I've installed a voltmeter, which measures your volts from your battery. So this is just Equus brand. It's like EQUUS. This was about $30, I think. I bought it locally. You can find them online or wherever. But pretty simple. So I have my battery connected already, so I'll demonstrate how this works. And this isn't really like a how-to video. This is, I guess, just more, hopefully, you'll be able to find, either you already kind of know how to do this, or you'll be able to find other videos. But this is just kind of an update video, I guess, kind of more primitive, if that's the right word. Anyway, so a test light is going to be really handy to find out, but basically to find your power sources. But basically, you need 2 hot sources and 2 grounds. And so you have a light. It's on the back. I don't know if I could really get in there to show you, but you have a light, and the light comes with 2 wires coming out of it. A white, which is your hot, and a ground. And I guess on a light, it probably actually you could switch it. It doesn't really matter, but anyway. So my white, let's see. It might be kind of hard to see in a few spots, but anyway, so I had a spare bulb that comes on with my dash. So that's what I hooked my light hot source to, and then I just grounded the light bulb out here. And so it's just behind here, but it just, I harvested off of one of these dash lights, just snipped and spliced in. So that will come on. The light here will come on with my dash lights. And then the hot is this, it's a thicker gauge key on ignition source. So what that means is when the key is turned on to the ignition or accessory, this will light up, but it won't. It's off with the key off. And so that's ideally what you want, because if you go to a constant hot, your gauge will always be reading, and you'll burn out your gauge faster, and you'll drain your battery. And so yeah. Anyway, so that's what I hooked up. So on the back, then there's two terminals that come off of it. It comes with spade terminals that you can just splice in. So, but yeah, it has a hot, which is marked, and then it has a ground. So my hot, like I mentioned, is here. Then my ground, I wanted to get a really good ground. Now you probably could just ground anywhere, but in the instructions it recommends finding a good chassis ground. And just as a side note, there are a lot of different ways you could wire this. You could wire it directly to your alternator. You could technically go right to your battery, but you do want, if that is the route you're going to make, you do want to make sure you put an inline fuse. So this should be a fuse source, because it was hooked up, so everything passes through the fuse box. So in the odd chance that it's not, that would be very odd. So because on this car, everything, from factory, unless if they messed up somehow, everything should either have a fusible link in the wire somewhere, or it's going to be passing through the fuse box. So I feel comfortable enough just taking, just assuming that it's fused. Yeah, and so then my ground, I actually ran it through the firewall through some spare grommets, or well, it's not grommets, it's where I had cut some vacuum lines that passed through the firewall. So that gives an insulated, cut resistant spot to run it through. And then in my engine bay, I guess I can show here. There's a ground strap down here that connects the frame to the body of the car. So that's where I connected to ground it out. So I just wanted to get a really good ground, and plus, it was kind of on this side of the car. Well, I guess it's kind of centered, but I figured it would be nice and easy just to run it this way. So I'll demonstrate here how it works. So key onto it. Actually, let me turn that off so you can see it. So key off, key on, you can see it jumps up. Now with the car running, it should be closer to, I think, right around 14 volts. Now my battery has drained a little bit from doing all the testing I've been doing. So, and then, hopefully that one doesn't get in the way, but, so I'll pull out my dash lights here, and you can see that comes on. And it's obviously bright outside, so. And I don't know if you noticed that, but my voltage just dropped quite a bit there. So, because, there's a draw somewhere else in the system. Anyway, so yeah, really simple. You turn it off, it drops back down. And, yeah. So that's it for today. I'll have more videos coming in the future, near future, hopefully. There's a lot I want to cover. So anyways, thanks for everybody who's following along, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.